My child, it pains me to tell you that you are at risk of being replaced. Listen carefully, for what I am about to reveal will shake you. You have wandered away from the path I set before you, and now you stand on the edge of serious consequences. You've been consumed by distractions and personal desires, ignoring the subtle signs and whispers I've sent to guide you back. The time for those gentle warnings has passed, and now you're facing a storm of challenges that you aren't prepared to handle alone. This isn't just a trial, it's a spiritual battle for your soul. You've opened doors that should have remained closed, doors that invite darkness and destruction. You're not strong enough to face this on your own, but without me, you are vulnerable. Others have stayed faithful to my path while you strayed. They're now stepping into the roles that were originally meant for you because they stayed true to my call. But this isn't the end for you. My love is unchanging, and I'm still offering you a chance to come back. This may be your final opportunity to realign yourself with the path I have for you. And you must act swiftly, for the enemy is close, waiting for you to slip further. You've taken my grace for granted, believing you had unlimited time to make things right. But time is running out. I called you to a purpose, yet while you hesitated, others have stepped forward. But hear me now, I am not here to cast you aside. I'm waking you up, giving you a chance to return. You've let the enemy gain a foothold, but I can break those chains if you turn back to me. Will you continue down the path of destruction, or will you humble yourself and seek me again? The world around you is rapidly changing, and many are blind to the coming storm. But I've given you the ability to see and hear the truth, even though you've chosen to ignore it. You've placed your trust in temporary things, money, power, relationships, but all of that will fade. I am the only constant, the Alpha and Omega. You're being replaced because others have chosen to trust in me, but that doesn't mean it's over for you. Repent, turn from the distractions, and return to the path I have for you. The road back will not be easy, but I will be with you at every step. I have never left you, but you must be willing to surrender. Lay down your pride and fear, and let me lead you once again. Don't be deceived by the enemy's lies. As long as there is breath in your lungs, it is not too late. My arms are open wide, but you must choose to walk away from the things that bind you and come back to me. A storm is coming, and it will test the faith of many. Only those rooted in me will stand firm. You are being replaced because you've allowed fear and doubt to take over your heart. You've sought the approval of men rather than the approval of your Creator. But the approval of men is temporary, while my approval is eternal. What I've prepared for you is greater than anything this world can offer, but you must be willing to let go of the things holding you back. Rise up and take your place in my army. The enemy knows his time is short, and he's doing everything he can to deceive and destroy. But you were made for this time, with a purpose and calling written in the heavens. The replacement is not final if you heed my voice now. I'm giving you this warning because I love you and because I want you to fulfill your purpose. But you must act quickly, for the window of opportunity is closing. In the coming days, the choices you make will shape your future, both in this life and beyond. Don't be like those who hear but don't act, for they are like a house built on sand, easily destroyed by the storms. But those who hear and obey are like a house built on rock. When the storms of life come, those built on a solid foundation will endure. I am that rock, the sure foundation. If you build your life on me, you will stand firm. But if you build on the unstable foundations of this world, you will be replaced. The decision is yours. Will you stand with me, or will you be swept away by the coming storm of destruction? I take no joy in replacing you, for I made you with a purpose uniquely gifted. but I am just and will not allow rebellion to continue unchecked. Now is the time to choose: will you return to me, or will you continue on a path leading to destruction? My heart aches for you, for I see the potential and greatness I placed within you. But I also see your choices, which are leading you away from me. You stand at a crossroads, and your decision will shape your future. Time is short, and the enemy works tirelessly to deceive my people. He offers false promises and empty lies, but I am the way, the truth, and the life. If you remain in me, you will bear much fruit, but apart from me, you can do nothing. Don't be deceived by the fleeting pleasures of this world, which are traps set to keep you from fulfilling your destiny. You are being moved because there is work to be done. I need those who stand firm in their faith, unswayed by worldly winds. You are not being replaced in the way you fear, but from places that are harmful to your soul. These are the places you've held on to, thinking they are good for you. But I see the dangers hidden beneath the surface, the traps that keep you from the freedom I want for you. I'm removing you from these places not to punish you, but to protect you. You've held tightly to things, relationships, ambitions, comforts that seem essential to your happiness, but they are chains around your heart. You've mistaken these for blessings, but they are distractions, keeping you from walking fully in my will. I'm removing you from these places to save you from the consequences you don't yet see. You've been viewing these things with worldly eyes, but I'm calling you to see them spiritually. The world has taught you to chase fleeting things: status, success, validation. But they are like vapor and will not stand when the storms come. I'm removing you from these things before they consume you. What you think is good, I see as bondage. What you see as security, I see as chains. I am freeing you from these toxic places, not to harm you, but to save you. At first, you might resist, thinking I'm taking away something vital. But trust me, I'm replacing what harms you with what truly gives life. You may be afraid of the unknown, but I am leading you to something far better. You are not being replaced from the good, but from the places where you've unknowingly traded eternal promises for temporary comforts. These are places where your soul is at risk, even though they seem good on the surface. You've sought joy in relationships and opportunities that appeared good but have brought heartache and compromise. I'm pulling you out of these situations because I love you too much to leave you there. You've settled for less than I have prepared for you, and now I must act. Not every good thing is from me, and not every open door is meant for you to enter. The enemy also opens doors, tempting you with false blessings that lead to destruction. You must trust me, even when I lead you away from things that seem good. You've prayed for guidance, and this is my answer. I'm moving you out of these harmful places because they are leading you toward ruin. It may not feel like an answer to your prayers at first, because you've grown attached to what I'm asking you to leave. But I see what will happen if you stay. The longer you remain, the harder it will be to hear my voice, and the more entangled you'll become in the enemy's trap. The places I am removing you from were never part of my ultimate plan for you. Some were meant to be temporary stops along your journey, but you've made them your destination. You've built your identity around these things, but your true identity is in me. Your worth isn't in the approval of others, worldly success, or material possessions. Your value lies in the fact that I have called you by name and set you apart for a purpose greater than you can comprehend right now. I'm moving you from the bad places to bring you into true blessings. Understand that real blessings don't always align with the world's definition. They may not come with wealth, fame, or comfort, but they come with peace, joy, and fulfillment, things that only I can offer. I'm leading you to a place where you'll be fully aligned with my will and walk in the purpose I created for you before the world began. But first, I must remove you from the places that are holding you back. Don't mourn what you must leave behind, because what's ahead is far greater. The relationships, jobs, and habits you thought were necessary have been holding you back. I am removing the harmful things so I can rebuild you stronger, purer, and more in tune with my voice. Right now, it may feel like you're losing something precious, but what you will gain is far more valuable. I am moving you from the bad places to bring you into places of true peace and joy. Here your soul will flourish, and you'll grow in ways you never thought possible. The road ahead may not always be easy, but I promise it will be worth it. Trust me, for I am your creator, and I know what is best for you. One day you'll look back and see why I had to move you. You'll understand that what you thought was good was actually holding you in bondage. You'll thank me for rescuing you before it was too late. You've called certain places good simply because they offer comfort or a sense of control, but I'm calling you to something far greater than mere comfort. I'm calling you to a life of purpose, meaning, and one that reflects my glory. But that can't happen as long as you remain in places that drain your spirit and distract your heart. The world may tell you I'm taking away your opportunities or closing doors that should stay open. But the truth is, I'm moving you from places that would have destroyed you, even if they appeared good. I'm saving you from consequences you can't yet see. The enemy has laid traps, but I'm pulling you out before you fall into them. It's time to let go, my child. Let go of the things you've held onto the things you thought defined you. Let go of the relationships that pull you away from me, the ambitions that consume your heart, and the distractions that keep you from hearing my voice. I am moving you from these bad places because I love you and want the best for you. I have a plan for your life that's far greater than you can imagine. The road ahead requires faith and trust in me, even when you can't see the outcome. But know this, I am with you every step of the way. I will never leave or forsake you. I will guide you through the valleys, storms, and trials, and I will bring you to victory. But first, you must be willing to leave the bad places behind. Do not fear the unknown, for I am already there preparing the way. What you see as loss is truly gain. What you see as rejection is actually protection. What feels like the end is really the beginning of a new chapter, filled with my presence, guidance, and blessings. So don't resist what I'm doing. Don't fight the changes I'm making in your life. Surrender to me, and I will lead you to good places full of peace, joy, and purpose. You are being moved, but not from good places. You are being moved from the harmful, toxic, and destructive places. Trust me, and you will see that what I have planned for you is far greater than anything you can imagine. Hold on to me, and I will lead you into the fullness of life I've prepared for you. Amen.